Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to my client spotlight series. And today we have the amazing Asumini. And she's an amazing woman, amazing parenting coach, and there's a whole person. I just love her. So Asumini, I want you to introduce yourself, what you do, and where people can find you on social media.
So I'm Asumini Kastule, Assalamu alaikum, and I'm a youth and parenting coach. I work with mothers, both single and married, and divorced mothers on working on how to deepen their connection with their children and their teens, and to basically get rid of limited beliefs so that they can have that emotional connection with their children. And you can find me on Instagram. You can follow me at Asumini Kastule on Instagram, inshallah.
Inshallah, love it. And the work you do is phenomenal. So I want to put that out there. What Asamini does is absolutely amazing, especially how she helps parents reconnect with their teenagers, with their children. It's such a beautiful experience. So if you are struggling with your children, if you just want to embody more of a connection with your children, please do hit up Asamini on Instagram, inshallah. So girl, let's get into it. We worked together for 6 months. Sacred Sensual Success. And I want to take you back all the way. I think it was December, right? Or January when we
Yeah.
had the first
Yes,
conversation.
it was like December.
Wow, it's been that long. And I want to ask you the question, what made you or what gave you the incentive or what made you like book a call with me and just find out more about my services?
Yeah, so I think, Rose, you probably don't know this, but I was following you for a while before I booked the call with you. And what
Oh,
prompted me to do it was there was something with the way you talked about your programs and how it focused on and really like on working on yourself as an individual to help grow your business. And I feel like I've done coaching in the past, and I've gone on this journey just being a single divorced mother, that I knew that I wanted to transform and like shift my beliefs around money, for example, because of the launch of my business. I didn't feel like I had sort of the grounding or the foundation to be able to scale my business. And so I wanted to work with you just to work on shifting some of those beliefs around money.
and what was that? What made you believe that I could help you? Like what made you think, oh my God, like Rosaline can literally help me shift my money beliefs, my identity? What made you believe that?
I think it was mostly your storytelling, right? In your posts, I saw a lot of your story that resonated with me. I'm a recovering perfectionist, a high achiever, always trying to prove myself. There were things about your story that you told in social media that resonated a lot with me. And when we got on that initial call, I just felt that your energy, working with you, I felt like there was something that could sort of inspire me to act and do, to grow my business and to shift my own internal beliefs.
Mashallah, that's amazing, girl. And yes, I remember that call actually. Oh my God, girl, you took the leap. I was just like, what? This girl, she's on fire. Yeah, she's like, "Yeah, I'm in, yeah, yeah, okay, cool, pay in full, yes, I'll pay in full, that's great. I've got everything available. You are so resourceful. That's one thing I loved about you, that you were so resourceful. You were like, I'm in, like, I don't care. There's no doubt in my mind that this is going to work because I believe in you. I've seen your testimonials. I see the way you show up online. Like I want to get to that level in my identity where I become authentic. And I've seen your transformation over the last 6 months. And it's such a beautiful experience to see how you've gone like from you weren't even shy. I wouldn't say you were shy, but just like finding yourself, finding your purpose, be more grounded within yourself and become more authentic. That's what I've seen in your journey. Going back to that sales call, did you feel intimidated by me or did you feel like I was trying to sell you a program?
No, not at all, actually. I felt that you were just trying to dive into what it is that you could help me with. And I even felt, because I've been in a situation where people are trying to sell me something, and I definitely felt like you were really interested in knowing why it is that I needed help, and like trying to dive into the experience of understanding why what things your program would help. You never once tried to like push me to do something. And in fact, when we started talking, I think the experience of just talking about my vision and where I would see myself down the line helped me, inspire me to say, you know what, I need to invest in myself. And I have actually been, you know, praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, like making tahajjud, like showing, asking Allah to show me doors that will help me continue to fulfill my purpose, to continue to grow the business of helping parents. And so, in a way, like it was like Allah answered my du'as by just bringing me in this circle of meeting you and your programs. And it was one time that I saw, a couple of times that I saw you where I felt, you know, again, to those beliefs of I can't afford it, I don't know if I can do this. And then that sales call that I had with you, and I was like, it was something like a light bulb moment where I was like, this is it, I'm gonna do it, you know, and just take the leap, inshallah. And so that was the result, I think, of dua, and also, you know, just seeing you on social media coming up constantly. It was almost as if Allah was answering my dua to just start working with you.
SubhanAllah. And I want to make this note. A lot of us make dua and we ignore the signs. Like we sit there saying, Allah, make me rich. Allah, give me like a business that's so successful. Allah, help me find my clients. And then what Allah does, right? This is what I've noticed in my life anyway, that when I'm making dua, Allah will literally put me in a situation where I have to get uncomfortable. And it usually involves money all the time. It's like I'm making all these
Mm-hmm.
du'as that Allah make me rich. But if you want to be rich, you're gonna have to give some money away to be rich. That's just how it is.
Mm-hmm.
And when you find a
Mm-hmm.
coach that you resonate with, that you connect with, that you think that that coach genuinely wants to help you, just go for it. Because you're gonna regret going down the long road of YouTubing things, Googling things, trying to figure out by yourself. All you're gonna do is create overwhelm, frustration, burnout. You're going to be like
Mm-hmm.
doubting yourself even more further than if you were just to hire someone to help you collapse the timeline. So I want to talk about your transformation, Asumini. We worked together in Sacred Essential Success. Why did you enroll in it? Like what's the result that you really wanted?
So the result I really wanted, in addition to growing my business, I think I should have mentioned also that the way that you work with us women on connecting back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala while we're like going through a lot of, you know, the abundance wiring and like trying to transform our beliefs, everything is rooted in connecting back to Him. And that was another reason why I, you know, signed up for the program. And I really wanted to basically come back to like keep going back home to me, like to my true self. I think that in the coaching that I've had so far in going through divorce, I have been on this journey of coming back to my authentic self. And so for me, working with you is really being able to show up online in a vulnerable way to show more of who I am, so it can resonate with, you know, the audience. It can resonate with different parents that I want to help. You know, that I feel like that's my purpose, and so I think working with you is helping me, or has helped me to come more to who I am and be more vulnerable about sharing about myself in growing my business,
Yes,
inshallah.
I remember one of the during one of the calls in the mastermind, you were like, I really want to share my story, but I'm just like, I don't want to be too like you were afraid of being too vulnerable or being too open to attack or criticism. Talk me through that,
Mm-hmm.
like what helped you break down the belief that you had that being vulnerable online was scary? Like what helped you in the mastermind working with me?
Yeah, what really helped, we've done a lot of those magic box exercises where you know, it's affirming to myself that I'm not here to prove myself to people. Like, I think there's a statement that we worked on together. Um, all the times and all the ways I try to prove myself, like just getting rid of that belief that for me throughout my life has always been people pleasing. Like I have to prove myself, I have to please others. And so that's has been deeply ingrained with me in my life. And I think working with you, doing those type of magic box exercises and those affirming that those are just beliefs that I don't need to, it's a story that I'm telling myself that I have to prove myself.
Mm.
Um, and so, hold on one second, sorry. So it's a belief that I had to work hard to get to get rid of. And so I think working with you, the exercises that you do, as well as the abundance rewiring, have been so amazing. Like just to be able to put myself, think of all the things and all of the patterns from my past that are contributing to me having these limited beliefs of like people pleasing, of those type of scenarios. And so it's been so helpful in that now when I go to have that energy of, oh, I think I'm, what is this person going to think? Or what is my family going to think? Or the community going to think if I'm posting these things? I turn to those exercises and really get to my subconscious level and say, all the times and all the ways I try to prove myself, I'm not trying to prove myself. I'm not trying to please others. I'm doing this and reminding myself of the intention that my purpose is to help women, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has brought me to that purpose. So my intention in doing any of the social media or the work that I do is to do just that. And so I think the abundance rewiring and all of the exercises you put us through in the group coaching has helped me get to the root of that subconscious belief that I have and get rid of it.
Oh my God. And this is like, I know for some people this may sound like really trivial, but this is like a massive micro shift. And one of the things I always talk about when I'm coaching is micro shifts. You're not looking for the big breakthrough, you're not looking for the mountains to move or the sky to open. You're looking for micro shifts within your mindset. And usually when we are afraid to like talk about something that's controversial, or we're afraid to just be ourselves online, it's because there's like a wiring or there's a belief or there's a program in our subconscious mind that says we can't do that. And it goes back to
Right.
childhood. It goes back to teenage years. It goes back to even adulthood. It goes back to maybe like the experiences you've had your whole life. So unlearning, decolonizing, like rewiring those patterns is so important. And this is why sometimes when we do the strategy work, the strategy can only take you so far. It's always your mindset that will hold you back. It's always the beliefs that you have in your mind that's going to hold you back. It's going to stop you from expanding, impacting, growing. And really, I know for you, Asumini, the main thing for you was impacting. Like I know you're very big in the community. You're very community orientated. So I know for you, like creating more of an impact around your message was more important to you, and you just had to become more visible, more authentic, more yourself online. And I see that so much in you now, like the work that the way that you've done the work. And I see like when I used to give you like something to do, you're like, okay, I'm doing it. I'm so like you're just so quick on it. Yeah, okay. And that's the good thing about being a high achiever. Like you don't make excuses for yourself. And that's one thing I love
Mm-hmm.
about you, that you were able to just do the work, not question it. And you were like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna dig deep. I know it's gonna feel weird. It's gonna feel icky, like doing the inner child work and all that stuff, but I'm going to do it. And I believe that's the reason why you're seeing the results now. You're being consistent more with your content, with showing up because you did the work. All I did was guide you. You had it within you all along, right?
Yeah,
So
mashallah.
I want to go back
Yeah.
to back to what was the biggest transformation for you? What was like the biggest aha moment? Like, oh my God, now I get it.
Yeah, so I think the biggest aha moment was when um when I think we were talking about, posting and making sure that um you really show who you are. And I think the aha moment was when there's just parts of me that I was trying to hide online that I realized as we talk through like my past and things like that. And one example is the in high school when I cheated on the one thing that I can remember is when I cheated
Yeah.
on an exam and I got into disciplinary probation. And I think we were talking through it and you're like, these are things that, you can be vulnerable and let people know that you've gone through it and like how you've gone through it and where you're at now. And before I was so nervous about sharing anything like that online because also to mention that in my culture, I grew up as a Ugandan American. So a lot of what in my culture is that you don't share those type of things about yourself. You kind of keep everything to yourself, right? And so the aha moment for me was when you talked about like, what is the intention? Like, what is your intention of doing this? It's to um, impact, the ummah, like to really reach those parents who might have kids who have gone through the same things that I've gone through, like with cheating or with, straying from the path. And so that intention, when we talk about intention and starting with the intention and it follows with action, it just resonated so much with me in terms of this is my purpose. It's not about what other people think. Like it just helped me shift massively to this framing of I'm not doing this for other people. I'm doing this to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm doing this to help those in the ummah parents who need this help. And so now sharing things like that post that I shared with Achieved in high school was something like a massive shift for me. That's when I started posting so many things about my life that I never thought that I would have done. And it all starts with my intention of why I'm doing it. I'm doing it to help and to help the ummah, to help the parents in the ummah, and to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's really what that shift helped me realize.
And girl, can I just say to you, you are showing up online so much. I feel your energy. I know my body feel like I'm
Alhamdulillah.
seeing you you're on my feed all the time now. I'm like, oh my God, that's so really like I'm excited by your energy, just the way you just like talking. You're like, for a lot of people, like talking outside is such a like nerve-wracking experience. Like you're looking around, thinking, oh my
Mhm.
God, but you're just like, yeah, hey, you went jogging the other day. You're showing people that, oh my God, girl, it's amazing to see. This is what
Alhamdulillah.
people are craving online. They're craving that authentic vibe. Like people don't want the perfectly
Mhm.
curated video. They don't want the perfectly curated everything. They want to see vulnerability. They want to see rawness. And I see that you're doing that online a lot. Like I'm just like, wow, Asumini, this is amazing. This is great, mashallah. Um,
Mashallah. And also I should mention too, in addition to like those posts, like I'm going live a lot more or doing reels a lot more. I used to be so scared of going on video. Like it's not gonna be, it has to be like perfect, that perfectionist in me. And now I just feel like, no, I have a message to share. And there's like a routine I think I do before posting that we've talked about, just that energy of, what I'm going to show online. And I always start with like the dua that Prophet Musa alayhi salam said, Rabbi sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. And I put my hand on my heart and I just ask Allah to open my chest to like get the message out that I'm trying to get out to the parents out there so that it can help transform them even faster than what has helped me in my journey. Um, and it's been so much easier coming to the online with that energy. Like being able to come on live now is not a thing. It's not a thing for me. I'm able to do it. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. And how has it been since you had hired a VA? Because girl, I put you on, girl. I didn't want you to do
Yes.
this by yourself. How has it been since you hired a VA?
Oh my gosh. It has been so amazing. Like so I'm away with my kids right now, traveling, and the posts are still going. Mashallah. Like I'm like, oh, it's
Did
still
you guys
going. Like
hire
I'm not doing
people?
anything. I was like, oh my gosh, this is what a VA can do. Like we talked and we connected the person you connected me with, and she's very organized. She's like, she believes in my mission. So she's like willing to work that much harder. And it's like it's an investment in peace of mind, right? Like doing the content ahead of time and like having someone else worry about the design of the post and like making sure things are posted on time. It's just been amazing. So thank you so much, Jazakallah Khairan, for suggesting that. Like I never realized how much a VA can help and just, taking your hands off of doing sort of the day to day with posting, it frees my time up now. Like now when I'm finished with being traveling and vacationing, I can like focus on building the clients, right? Like talking to clients, reaching out to people and not on the social media or some of the other day to day tactical things, which is so helpful.
Did you hear that, ladies? Hire a VA. Asumini is on holiday right now with her kids, and her content is still posting. Like, girl, consistency is key here, and she's been consistent. I can vouch for that. She's on holiday, all right? Girl, like, support. I cannot emphasize enough. You have to go from worker mentality to CEO mentality. And the CEO does not run their business, not in their business, they are out of the business. So the fact that you have that free time, that flexibility, it makes you more creative, right? Like, you're feeling more creative. You're like, oh my God, I could talk about this now. Because what happens, I know this is what happens. I remember this used to happen to me. When I had to figure out the design and figure out how to post and then do all that stuff, it just makes you not want to do it because it's too much overwhelm, right? You're thinking about the branding. You're like, okay, it has to go with this branding. It has to look nice. There's so many elements that you're thinking about before posting, when really all you should be doing is writing the content, doing the video, and sending it to someone to do all that work for you. And this is a key thing, investing in your business. Like, it's not just about investing in yourself and your lifestyle. It's also about reinvesting in your business so your business can run without you. So you can go on holiday with your children and chill and relax and not worry about posting content. I love it. I love it.
Yes, because now I'm like thinking more about what are the themes that I want to talk about in my posts. What is the themes of the content week to week? You know, things like that versus, like you said, the design. And there was a bit of dread of me posting and doing those things before the VA. And now I'm like, oh, somebody else is handling that part. Let me like focus my energy on, you know, what is going into the message out there and the theme. Does it make sense? Like with consistency from week to week, what type of things am I bringing forward to the audience? So mashallah, thank you so much for that suggestion. It has been life changing is what I'll say.
I love it. I love putting my people on, man. Like, yo, no gatekeeping here. I will give you all my resources. Like, I'll give you everything because I want to see you win. So, alhamdulillah, I'm so happy to hear that. So comparing yourself to where you are now to 6 months ago, what do you think has changed?
Oh my gosh, so many things have changed since 6 months ago. So I'm more vulnerable online, and this translates to everywhere in different relationships. So with my kids, I mean, I have something called Mommy Chronicles with them, just telling them about my life, and I've become more open as time has gone on in working with you, and even with other relationships. Like I'm more assertive on like my boundaries and being able to communicate what I'm willing to do, what I'm not willing to do. Like instead of that people pleasing nature, I am more of who I am. Like, this is who I am. Like, and I'm not gonna take any not gonna have people change me for some of the things that are deal breakers for me. And so I've been showing up in that space with different relationships, friendships, I would say, and with my children as well. And I think, you know, just being able to be more of myself is how I've been able to transform over those 6 months.
And I've seen you grow, girl. I'm witness to this. You went from not shy, but you went from like worrying about what other people will say to now like, I don't care. Like, I'm just going to say my message. I don't care who takes it. I'm just going to be me. And I'm loving the fact that you're being you. Like, it just really makes me happy. You can hear how giddy I'm getting. Like, seeing you online is being yourself. Like, I know how you are when we're coaching, and I know, and you're showing that online. So it's like, you're aligning now. And this is so important in business, aligning with who you are, your values and your purpose, and connecting to it a lot. That's it. Once you have all that in like set in stone, you will see money come your way, impact come your way, clients come your way. And I'm seeing that with you, like so much more of your energy is more magnetic now. You're becoming more of a magnet for your clients, which is absolutely amazing. And girl, we're going to work one-on-one. I know you sign up for VIP. Woo-hoo! I'm going to clap for you, mashallah. So now we've got VIP together. I can't wait to further this work with you, inshallah. So last question. What would you say to someone who's sitting on the fence right now? They've watched your video. What would you say to them about working with me? Like, what would you say about, they want to work with me, they don't know what to do, they don't know how to do it, they're afraid. what would your advice be for them?
I would say to them, make dua to Allah, put Allah first, and ask for his guidance. And I'm telling you, if you make the investment to work with Rosie, you are not going to regret it. Like, I have no regrets. I am like, subhanallah, where can I get the next amount of money to be able to invest in her? That's why I signed up for the VIP, the one-on-one. There's so much value in working with Rosie, and it's just someone to hold you accountable, someone to like guide you in a way that's closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not, not, it's not just about, okay, it is about growing your business, but there's connection with every part of your life. Like, I've seen transformation in every part of my life and working with Rosie. So I would say, of course, make dua and ask for his guidance, because he's the one that gives the insight. But in addition to that, don't worry about the money. Like, the money, Allah will send the risk to be able to work with Rosie. You will see results that you would never expect. And I'm always reminded of the ayah in the Quran, like, Allah provides from where we could never expect. And that's exactly what has happened in working with you. I never would have expected to invest this much money in myself and the business, and for it to just be able to be there, to come without me taking debt, subhanallah. And it like has just come, alhamdulillah, to be able to work with you. And so I would say, because a lot of people, I know myself, have had limited beliefs around, oh my gosh, I'm not saving this money, I'm giving this money. And so it's like this scarcity mode. I'm not going to really have it. It's going to be gone, and you get all worried and everything like that. But I would say, put those worries behind, trust Allah, and do it. Invest today and work with Rosie. I love so excited about working one-on-one, inshallah.
Inshallah. Oh my God, girl, I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Asumini. I love you so much. Thank you so much for this interview. And guys, I did not pay Asumini for this interview. Just so that you know, disclaimer, this is all the haq. This is the truth from Asumini's mouth herself. Mashallah.
Yeah.
All right,
No,
Asumini, I'll let you go. Thank you so much. Take
no
care.
problem. Assalamu alaikum.